Hello everyone, and welcome to our first mobile app design using Adobe XD. So today we're going to be putting together just a basic wireframe for an app that is codenamed Masketeer. Now this will be an app for parents and children that will allow children to create their own costumes by selecting from a variety of pieces and mixing and matching different ideas to create the perfect costume from start to finish and have it ordered and shipped to their home, ready for parties, Halloween, and really any kind of costume event. So yeah, like I said, this will just be a wireframe, so we won't focus on things like logo design, working with much color. I won't really put much detail into the images or text. This will just be a foundation documenting and kind of seeing what the user's journey will look like when navigating through the app. Just to give a general idea of how it'll function. Now, one big thing with this, just before we start, is that we'll keep things pretty simple. Given the nature of the app and the users, we really have to make this kind of a minimalistic design so that not only the parents but if need be, the child can navigate through the app on their own, pick up different pieces of the costume, send it to share it with their parents, and have them kind of order it for them. So both parent and children should be able to navigate this with no problem. So here in XD we have just a blank canvas. Now I have already taken the time to create a workflow on pen and paper wireframe, so I'm going to be transferring that to XD, and going to kind of show you just the overview. Just an idea of what this will look like before we really dive into more detail. So with this artboard, I'm going to just duplicate, well, first I'm going to set up some design elements so we can use that across the other artboards. So I'm going to start with just the home page here. There we go. And I'm just going to work directly from the paper and just drag and drop some elements here. This will be kind of an illustration for the home page. Now I do have some icons to use here to add just a little bit of detail, but not much. Got a menu there. We don't have a logo, so we're just going to place a placeholder text here for a logo. Go. Alright. I also have some lorem ipsum placeholder text there. Alright. Okay. Alright, and let's see. From here, after that small description, the user can go ahead and jump right into creating the costume if they like. If not, for the rest of this space here, they can kind of scroll down and browse through some of the collection that other users have already put together, or just select pieces for costume that they just want without actually going through the whole process of creating the costume. Let's put this right here. All right. Alright, well, go ahead and place this right here. Alright. Yeah, that works fine. Alright, so go ahead and drag an image here. And this will just be a few placeholder images we're going to use for later on. Turn this into a repeat grid, which is a pretty great useful feature within XD. Definitely a massive time saver. Go ahead and drag this out a little bit more. Later on, we're going to extend the artboard out, but for now, we're good with just showing this portion. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drag over a new artboard. I'm going to copy this right here. It's going to be a menu right there. Alright, so this is going to be kind of the start of the customization process. Or rather, before we kind of get into that, we're going to need a little bit of information from the user, or rather the child. Basic information, there we go there. And let's see. Alright, yeah, basic information such as you know, their height, their age, you know, just get kind of some sizes measured for them so that, you know, they ordered the costume and everything fits well. So I'm gonna go ahead and place some fields here for the parent to fill out. It won't be too much. And then afterwards, go ahead and start the process of creating a costume. All right, drag this over here. All right, I won't need any of this. All right, so going into the costume creation, we're going to start with the hat. All right, gonna have a preview area here, so that while you're selecting and just kind of picking different different items for the costume, you can kind of just see what that looks like as you select them. I'm going to have an area here for choosing different colors, and again, that repeat grid is pretty amazing. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have a area here for just selecting, or rather just for a description of the item that you just selected. Okay, I'm just kind of looking back and forth between my written wireframe and kind of implementing that into XD. Alright, go right into the repeat grid again. It's going to be pretty fast here. Alright, have a cutoff there just to give the user a hint that you know, you can go ahead and scroll down for some additional item browsing. Okay. All right. There we go. Line this up with the artboard. Okay. All right. I'm gonna see. It's gonna be kind of an area here to kind of give you an idea of how many items you have selected so far. All right. Go. And for different depending on the item, depending on what part of clothing you're kind of getting, you're selecting, it'll give you the option of selecting more than one, selecting 2, 3, and so forth. So it's going to give you just a heads up for how many you have selected. We'll get to here. I want to place a filter. Now when we get to the mock-up for this, or really go into more of the detail, I'll replace some of the words here with actual items, just to simplify things and make it a little bit cleaner and give it a clean interface. Now, one thing I put in my notes here, and I'm going to kind of illustrate this right here, is I'm going to fade this back a little bit. Group that. I want to give the user an idea for where, or rather, what items they've already selected. So you can kind of see mini icons of what they've already kind of selected so far as part of the process of making their costume. Alright. And as you can see, this is pretty much really kind of bare bones. We're not really adding much detail at all. It's just getting down ideas so that later on we'll kind of have a good idea for what the app is going to look like, or rather, yeah, what it will look like and how the user will be able to interact with it. Oh, there we go. Back button. Alright. Okay. That's definitely going to come in handy. Alright. Now, I'm going to duplicate this a few times. Just for each part or each item that is going to get selected. So we started with the hat. Next, you can kind of select facial item, followed by the torso. Let's see here. All right. Pants, socks, and shoes. And we actually have one extra one, which is titled Extra. And this includes things like, you know, a cape, a wand, if they want, you know, some, you know, little wings to be a fairy. Really can customize to their heart's content. But after this, we're going to have, let's see, we're going to have a preview page after they've pretty much finalized everything. You can preview, what you've put together so far. All right, here we go. Before you finalize and go on to the purchasing page. Okay. May have to grab this text here. All right. All right, right there. All right, let's see him. All right. I'm actually going to turn this white. All right, and yeah, that'll just be the preview area. And when you kind of make your way down here, you can see again, kind of going with what we did with the top area here of the item selections. It'll again show you what you've already purchased, or rather what your cart is going to look like once we get onto the next page and finalize this. Okay, that looks about good. All right. All right. Let's say you have about 6 items, or for this, in this case, it'll be 8 items selected. All right. That up a little bit. Okay. This. And if you would like to continue, you can go ahead by pressing that button. And if not, or if you want to make any changes, yeah, you can go ahead and select that. So we have a confirmation button here and kind of an edit button placed there. And I'm actually going to bring this back if they want to hurry back from the last page and maybe make some edits, take some things out, or anything like that. So we have a little bit of the workflow now, and after they have pretty much confirmed everything, they can move on to the checkout. Alright, now what that is going to look like, I'm just going to get rid of everything here. Okay, let's place this right here. Go ahead and type in checkout. I guess I should fill this in as well. This was a preview page, and this is our checkout page, which is going to include some information that is needed from the parent so that they can have everything shipped off and ready to go. So this will probably have some general credit card information, fun stuff there. I actually kind of want to have an illustration here, so perhaps put something there. Okay, got some information. Alright. Ungroup that, and once we're finished, go ahead and hit that button. I'm actually going to bring this one over. Alright, go ahead and hit that button. Bring this down a little bit. Alright. And from there, that is order success. Okay. Or rather, this type, I guess. Order complete. And that can pretty much just be a big old illustration with, let's see, illustration. Now, I kind of want to have the option to you know, share this out, or if they would like, they can save this costume that they've just created as a set. So it's going to be a few buttons here, one for confirmation, one if they want to kind of save it as a set, or they can share it to their friends on Facebook or any or Twitter, social media. Okay. Let's get a few words in here. On its way. All right. Looks about right here. All right. And yeah, that's going to be this is just a quick workflow, a quick I guess foundation for what we're going to kind of take care of, go dive into next time. We're really going to go into detail here. We're going to start with starting from the home page and creating some illustrations, and putting some of the information for the custom pieces, picking out color, typography, placing a logo, and really making this something that's pretty user friendly and appealing. Now before we kind of head on, I'm just going to kind of show what the prototype will look like here, and kind of I guess yeah, I guess show what it will look like as we kind of go through the app. So clicking on this button will start the process. Alright, start creating here. Okay, now one thing I've noticed I've left out here, and I'm going to go ahead and fix this right now, is we need kind of a button that will take us to the next page. All right. So kind of a next button. All right. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to place this on each one of these pages so that we know that so that we can actually select our items and move on with the process. Alright. Okay, go back into prototype here. So selecting this, bring you here. And yeah. Just quick and simple here. Drag across. Alright. Here we go. That'll be the end process there. I'm going to go ahead and preview this. Let's see. Alright, we have the home page here that we just put together. So let's start right into it. Put in our information. Start designing. We'll start searching for different items. Okay. Get through a few pages. Alright, we made it to the preview section, almost done. What to check out. And we are about finished there. So this is a pretty simple process here with the wireframe. And like I said, for the next video, we're going to really spend a great deal of time crafting this and you know, putting a lot of the detail in. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you guys next time.